Steve Smith is an Australian cricket player, former captain, 2015 World Cup winner, third best test average in the world, 26 test tons, and a hero. Smith began playing cricket for Australia in 2010, starting as a right-arm leg spin bowler.
Yeah, straight to him. Got him, good bowling.
This would soon change, as his actions with the bat were proven to be highly successful.
That'll do for Steve Smith. Once again the saviour.
He was a part of the 5-0 Ashes whitewash of England in the 2013-14 Ashes series. He was in the 2015 World Cup, hitting the winning runs and scoring 402 runs in the tournament.
Smith heaves it away, that'll do it. Steve Smith fittingly hits the winning runs. And Australia are champions of the world.
With a high score against India in a semi-final in Sydney.
That'll be 100 for Steve Smith. Not for the first time, and something tells me not for the last. It's been an absolutely brilliant inning.
He was also named in the team of the tournament by the ICC. Following the 2015 Ashes, Smith was appointed as Test captain and subsequently captain of all formats. In the same year, he was appointed with the Sir Garfield Sobers Trophy by the ICC, being the best Test cricketer in 2015, as well as in 2017, and the Allan Border Medal in 2015 and 18. He has a captaincy win percentage of over 50 in all formats, notably culminating in the 2016-17 Ashes victory over England, winning 4-0. But his troubles would soon mount in the 2018 ball tampering scandal in South Africa, where Smith was banned for 1 year of playing cricket for Australia, and stripped of his captaincy.
Well, Australia is waking up to a major developing story in the cricketing world. Captain Steve Smith has admitted his team deliberately conspired to cheat on the third day of the third test in Cape Town. Cameron Bancroft has been charged with ball tampering. This is what Smith had to say after the team was caught by cameras and the umpires.
I'm not proud of what's happened. You know, it's not within the spirit of the game. My integrity, the team's integrity, the leadership group's integrity has come into question, and rightfully so. It's not on. It's certainly not on, and it won't happen again. I can promise you that under my leadership.
Anytime you think about making a questionable decision, think about who you're affecting. You're affecting your parents, and to see the way my old man's been, and
thanks everybody.
And my mum, it hurts. I just want to say I'm sorry and for the pain that I've, I guess, brought to Australia and the fans and the public. It's devastating, and I'm truly sorry.
Good luck, Steve.
Smith would return in 2019, playing in the 2019 World Cup, where he and David Warner were both booed by English crowds relentlessly. This would continue in the Ashes series, where he would fully show his true batting prowess in his first test match in Edgbaston. Back from his ban, he scored 144 runs in the first innings and 142 in the second innings, securing Australia's victory by 251 runs. In the second test at Lords, Smith faced up against English fast bowler Jofra Archer, receiving a barrage of short balls, with one hitting him in the back of the neck, notably reminding everyone of Phillip Hughes' death in 2014. Smith was knocked to the ground and had a concussion. He had to leave the field due to his injuries, but he later returned to complete his innings, scoring 92 runs. He was left out of the second innings due to injury, summoning the concussion substitute, the first of its kind, Marnus Labuschagne, a batsman who has shown great success for Australia recently. This test match was ultimately drawn due to the abundance of rain. Smith was left out of the third match, where Australia lost by 1 wicket. In the fourth match, Smith returned, with a first innings score of 211 and 82 runs in the second innings.
Steve Smith continues to dominate this series. A world-class player, batting in a world...
Unbelievable. A left-arm spinner for Steve Smith, a no ball.
Resulting in a 185-run victory for Australia, allowing Australia to retain the Ashes. Australia lost the fifth test, but Smith's job was already done. With this triumph, it allowed Australia to retain the Ashes in England, the first time since 2001. Smith hit 774 runs in his 7 innings, averaging 110.57. With his triumphant return from his lowest point in his career, he showed Australia his skill and came back better than before.
Australia retain the Ashes.
What makes Steve Smith a hero? Steve Smith is a hero as he has shown Australia that his determination and courage to fight for Australia and defy all of his doubters to return to cricket from a situation of scandal and a damaged reputation. Where a nation's cricket was in shambles, he came back and single-handedly won Australia the 2019 Ashes, inspiring many others to distill the same amount of determination into their own lives. How has Smith influenced me? Steve Smith has influenced me by his actions of defiance and determination, to follow your goals and dreams, to unite a whole nation and show people hope in the world, due to how he bounced back from his lowest point to his highest point in his life so far, being the face of Test cricket and now being the best batsman in the world, things that were before seen as impossible and unbelievable. How has Smith influenced me on who I want to be? Steve Smith's persistence and determination has influenced me to become more resilient and hopeful in life, to overcome all obstacles and to be passionate and patriotic for my future and my country. How does Smith's values relate to the Catholic social teachings? Steve Smith relates his values to the Catholic social teachings of subsidiarity and participation, as Smith once saved 2 students from suicide. Smith attended a state high school in Sydney suburbs with Gus Walland and his Gotcha for Life suicide prevention charity a few weeks after he was banned from cricket in March 2018. 2 hours after sharing his story of how his life had fallen apart from the ball tampering scandal, he was told that 2 boys had confessed to staff separately that they both planned to take their own lives that weekend. This action shows Steve Smith acting in the common good, as it is always the right thing to do to save lives, and subsidiarity and participation, as Smith helped the community by giving awareness to mental illness. All these actions show that Steve Smith is a true hero.